beautiful country that we know. We can only pray that if we're able to advance on political maturity and stability as a country, then we will be able to achieve what my brother and my sister have said in terms of economic stability, in terms of humanitarian service, and all that entails a nation. Now, the gaps that are existing currently is that we have basically politicized our institutions. The public service institutions that are meant to give services to the people of Kenya, whether judicially, whether parliament, whether our devolved structure, it's like in Kenya, development is highly anchored on political inclinations. This has retrogressed the economy. This has made Kenya now rag behind in terms of development, and it seems politics takes center stage in every development agenda that Kenya has to put its foot to. This is a very unfortunate situation because look at the space upon which Kenyans anticipate development from the public service, and they do all that they can, pay their taxes, expecting that they will get energy, they will get a very efficient CBE education system, they will get agricultural inputs, like for example, agri-industrialization, we will be able to get good health systems, we will be able to get good infrastructure. But because we have, as a country, politicized every development agenda, that it has to depend on who votes who in what region, so that they can be able to get services. Didn't we hear it in Bere, just in the concluded by-elections, that some of the people who are campaigning and actually from government were like, vote us in and we are going to bring you these services and we are going to do this for you. Vote this person, they are in government, they are going to bring you. I believe that whether people are in opposition or in government, bottom line, we are all Kenyans. And we have, and our constitution is very clear, that every Kenyan has a right to services, to water, education, agriculture, energy, regardless of whatever political alignment that they come from. So going forward, after the 62 years of independence, it's a very, very clear clarion call to the leaders today, that can we first of all depoliticize institutions of government. Let us avoid making development decisions based on political inclination. Number two, Mr. Mokua talked about competence in government. That is another big challenge that has hindered development to date in the country. That every other time it's about political rewarding. You brought me these votes from this region, take this position. You brought me this number of votes from this region, take this position. That's not the way to go. And as the President of Public Service, I must say authoritatively that negates development of any country. When we just continue rewarding people, not because of merit, not because of capacity to deliver, but because they brought us this number of votes from a particular region, then we are going to continue with the same circles. We will not progress as a country. But however, we are ready to put our foot forward going forward. You know that I'm running for the 6th President of the Republic of Kenya, and my focus is first of all to streamline the public service. How can we have a judiciary that does not incline to any political affiliation? How can we have a parliament that is not inclined to any political position? And especially, allow me to talk about parliament. We have seen in June 2023, when our Gen Zs decided, okay, we are storming parliament because they are not giving us the right legislations that are progressive to our country. And Gen Zs went to parliament and they did what they did. Why? Because parliament has become an instrument of one arm of government, maybe the executive. Are we able to follow what our constitution says? Independence of parliament, independence independence of judiciary, independence of IBC, independence of the police service, and all that. And something else that we have not yet, you asked about the gaps, something else that we must work upon is that these institutions that in the public service, whether the Inspector General, that's the police service, Parliament, even the devolved structures, the judiciary, are we able to come back to ourselves and get to know what is the mandate upon which we are in office? Why is the judiciary in office? Parliament, the same. The devolved structures, why do we have devolution? What is the percentage? What is the scorecard up to now? 62 years. I know devolution came with the Constitution 2010, but what have we achieved? And I must pose a challenging situation to all governors. Why until now do we have every youth leaving school, college, university coming to Nairobi? Why can't you create other cities in the devolved structures where you are? And that was the essence of devolution, that we enhance public service, we enhance service delivery, we ensure that we devolve and decentralize water, energy, health, agriculture, and all that. But I think up to now, I must say that governors have not yet done enough, because you walk in the streets of Nairobi, even right now, you are trying to squeeze your way through. Why? Because the population in Nairobi is too high. Why can't we have Kisumu getting to Nairobi status, Nakuru to Nairobi status, Mombasa to Nairobi status? So, actually, as the 60th president, my greatest focus also will be to the devolved structures. Why is devolution not working? Yet, my dear sister Anne, we have a huge budget that is going to the devolved structures. A huge budget that is going to tourism in devolution structure, in the devolved structures. A huge budget that is going towards, of course, I know education is a national government agenda, but ECDs, why do we have our children still learning under trees in the devolved structures in our villages? Why do we have the SHA, the hospitals, still until now? Kenyans are complaining lack of drugs, lack of enough staffing, and all this. Infrastructure. We are aware very well that no economy can grow without proper infrastructure. We are talking about Kenya getting to the same level with Singapore and other advanced nations without, first of all, taking care of our internal infrastructural system. Then getting the same level with Singapore will be a tall order. But first of all, any country around the world, infrastructure opens up development. So to you governors, it's incumbent upon you. The big chunk of exchequer, the big chunk of money that you are getting from the exchequer, use it wisely. And something else, and that has really not made us get to the level we are supposed to be as a country, 62 years, is corruption. Basically, we have lost our moral standing as a people, as a country. Our social moral values are gone. Anyone in government is like, how much money am I going to make out of this project? How much money am I going to make out of the other project? And Wanjiko is left wondering. The same people that we voted in are the same people that are stealing the money that we pay in terms of taxes, so that we can get services back. So it's a whole spectrum of challenges that we need to look into, and we are really committed. That's why we are here away from